Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered how God orchestrates the moment when you meet the person meant for you? The world tells us love is about chance, chemistry, or personal effort. But God's way is different. It's intentional, purposeful, and rooted in something far greater than fleeting emotions. God's timing is perfect when it comes to introducing you to your soulmate. Often, people become anxious or impatient, wondering why they haven't met the right person yet. Society places an emphasis on finding love quickly, encouraging people to seek relationships at a rapid pace. However, God operates on an entirely different schedule, one that is not dictated by human desires or cultural pressures. His plan is designed with divine precision, ensuring that you meet your soulmate at the exact time when you are truly ready for that commitment. One of the greatest challenges people face is understanding that God's timing is not their own. Many times people feel like they are falling behind, especially when they see friends, family members, or colleagues entering relationships, getting married, or starting families. The pressure to conform to societal timelines can make a person feel inadequate or forgotten. But God does not measure time the way humans do. He does not work within the framework of human deadlines, nor does he rush things based on our impatience. Instead, he prepares everything according to his perfect wisdom, knowing exactly when and how things should happen. Before God introduces you to your soulmate, he first ensures that you are ready. This readiness is not about age, physical appearance, or social status. It is about spiritual maturity, emotional stability, and personal growth. Many people desire a relationship but have not yet developed the qualities needed to sustain one. They may struggle with insecurity, fear, or unresolved past wounds that would make it difficult to love and be loved fully. God, in his wisdom, uses the waiting period to refine these areas, allowing individuals to develop strength, patience, and a deeper understanding of themselves and their faith. During this time of preparation, God is not just working on you. He is also working on the person he has chosen for you. Just as you need to grow, heal, and mature, your soulmate is undergoing their own journey of transformation. Sometimes the delay in meeting your soulmate is not because you are not ready, but because they are still being shaped into the person they need to be. God orchestrates both of your lives, ensuring that when you finally meet, you will be able to complement and support one another in ways that would not have been possible had you met too soon. God's timing is also a test of faith and trust. Many people struggle with doubt, wondering if they will ever find the right person or if God has forgotten them. This is where patience and surrender become crucial. The waiting period is not wasted time. It is a period of deepening faith and trust in God's plan. When people try to rush the process, they often enter relationships that are not aligned with God's will. They may choose partners based on external factors like physical attraction, financial stability, or social compatibility, rather than on the deeper spiritual and emotional connection that God intends. When relationships are forced outside of God's timing, they often lead to heartbreak, frustration, and lessons that could have been avoided by trusting in him. God's perfect timing is evident in the way he aligns circumstances, experiences, and personal growth to bring two people together. Often, when people look back on their love story, they realize that had they met earlier, they might not have been ready for each other. They recognize that the struggles, challenges, and waiting periods were actually blessings in disguise, shaping them into the individuals they needed to be in order to fully love and appreciate their soulmate. The beauty of God's timing is that when the right person does come into your life, everything falls into place effortlessly. There is a peace that surpasses understanding, a connection that goes beyond superficial attraction, and a deep certainty that this is the person God has chosen for you. When people trust in God's timing, they allow themselves to experience love in its purest and most fulfilling form. They are not driven by desperation or fear, but by faith and purpose. They do not settle for less than what God has prepared for them. And in return, they receive a relationship that is built on a foundation of trust, faith, and divine purpose. This is why waiting on God's timing is not just important. It is essential. It ensures that when love does come, it is not just any love, but the love that was meant to last a lifetime. Before God introduces you to your soulmate, he prepares you in ways that go beyond what most people expect. Many believe that finding the right person is simply about meeting someone with whom they have good chemistry or similar interests. But in reality, a successful and meaningful relationship requires much more than compatibility. It requires growth, healing, and spiritual maturity. God does not just bring two people together for romantic fulfillment. He ensures that they are both ready to love selflessly, support each other, and build a strong foundation that can withstand life's challenges. One of the most important aspects of preparation is emotional healing. Many people carry wounds from their past, whether from childhood experiences, previous relationships, or personal struggles. These wounds, if not properly addressed, can create obstacles in a relationship. They can lead to trust issues, insecurities, and patterns of self-sabotage that prevent true connection. God, in His wisdom, uses the waiting period to heal these wounds, allowing individuals to enter relationships from a place of wholeness rather than brokenness. Sometimes this healing process involves deep self-reflection, learning to forgive, and developing a sense of self-worth that is not dependent on another person. Another crucial part of preparation is character development. Love is not just about emotions. It is also about patience, kindness, and resilience. A soulmate is not meant to complete you, but to complement the person God has shaped you to be. This means that before bringing you together, God often works on refining your character. He teaches you to be selfless, to handle conflicts with grace, and to develop the patience needed to sustain a lifelong partnership. Relationships require endurance, and without a strong foundation of personal character, even the most promising relationships can struggle. Spiritual growth is also a major part of God's preparation process. A strong relationship is not just built on attraction or shared hobbies, but on a shared faith and purpose. If a person's faith is weak or inconsistent, it can create instability in a relationship. This is why God often allows people to go through seasons of spiritual strengthening before introducing them to their soulmate. These seasons may involve deepening one's prayer life, learning to trust God in difficult times, and developing a clearer understanding of one's purpose. When two people come together with a strong spiritual foundation, they are able to support and uplift each other rather than relying solely on their own strength. God also teaches patience during the preparation phase. Many people struggle with waiting, believing that they are ready for love, when in reality, there is still work to be done. Waiting can feel frustrating, especially when others around them are entering relationships or getting married. However, God's delays are not denials. They are often divine appointments for growth. He uses this time to remove distractions, reveal areas that need improvement, and help people understand what they truly need in a partner rather than what they think they want. Another key part of preparation is learning to be content and fulfilled on one's own. Many people enter relationships expecting their partner to fill a void in their life, only to realize that no human being can provide the deep sense of purpose and peace that only God can give. When individuals learn to find joy, fulfillment, and identity in their relationship with God, they become less likely to seek validation from a partner. This creates a healthier dynamic where love is given freely rather than out of a need for approval or security. God also uses life experiences as a form of preparation. He places people in situations that test their ability to love, forgive, and persevere. Whether it's through friendships, family challenges, or career struggles, each experience is a lesson that shapes a person's ability to maintain a strong relationship. Learning to navigate difficult circumstances with faith and wisdom helps prepare individuals for the inevitable challenges that come with any relationship. The preparation process is not always easy, but it is necessary. It requires surrendering personal timelines, embracing growth, and trusting that God knows what is best. Many times, people do not understand why they have to go through certain struggles or seasons of waiting, but in hindsight, they realize that these moments were essential in making them ready for the person God had planned for them. When people take the time to grow emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, they are not only better prepared for their soulmate, but also for the purpose that God has called them to fulfill as a couple. God introduces you to your soulmate in ways that often defy human expectations. Many people believe that love happens through chance encounters, dating apps, or social circles, but divine connections are orchestrated with precision and purpose. When God brings two people together, it is not just for romance, but for a greater mission, one that aligns with his plan for their lives. A soulmate is not merely someone who makes you happy or fills a void. They are someone who walks beside you in faith, strengthens you in moments of weakness, and helps you fulfill the purpose God has designed for you. One of the most powerful ways God introduces you to your soulmate is through divine alignment. This means that he arranges the right circumstances, opportunities, and timing so that two people meet when they are both ready. Often people try to force relationships by actively searching for love in places where they think they will find it. However, God's way is different. He works behind the scenes, orchestrating events that bring two hearts together in ways that could not have been predicted or planned by human effort. These encounters often feel like coincidences at first, but in hindsight, it becomes clear that God was directing every step. Many times, before God introduces you to your soulmate, he places you on a journey of growth and transformation. You may find yourself in situations that seem unrelated to love, pursuing a career, moving to a new city, joining a community, or serving in ministry, only to realize later that these steps were leading you to the person meant for you. God does not operate within the boundaries of human reasoning. He does not need a dating app, a social event, or a mutual friend to introduce you to your soulmate. Instead, he uses purpose, obedience, and faithfulness to guide you to the right person at the right time. Another way God orchestrates divine introductions is through unexpected connections. Sometimes your soulmate may already be in your life, but the timing is not yet right for you to recognize them as such. Perhaps they are a friend, a colleague, or an acquaintance, and only when God has prepared both of your hearts does the relationship evolve into something deeper. This is why it is important not to rush into relationships based on immediate attraction or external circumstances. God sees beyond the surface and knows who is truly meant to walk with you in faith and purpose. God also speaks through peace and confirmation. When he introduces you to your soulmate, there is a deep sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. Unlike worldly relationships that are built on fleeting emotions or superficial attraction, a God-ordained relationship carries a sense of divine assurance. You do not have to strive, manipulate, or force things to work. There is a natural flow, an ease in communication, and a deep spiritual connection that cannot be manufactured. God does not introduce confusion, doubt, or chaos. He introduces clarity, alignment, and peace. Sometimes God uses closed doors to guide you to your soulmate. Many people experience heartbreaks and disappointments before finding the right person. And while these moments may be painful, they are often divine redirections. When a relationship does not work out, it is not always a failure. Sometimes it is God's way of protecting you from a connection that is not meant for you. He removes the wrong people so that there is room for the right person to enter your life. Though it may be difficult to understand at the moment, every no or a not yet from God is leading you closer to the yes that he has prepared for you. Faith and obedience play a crucial role in recognizing your soulmate when God introduces them to you. Many times, people ignore the signs, resist divine timing, or settle for relationships that do not align with God's purpose. This is why it is important to remain in prayer, seek wisdom, and trust that God's way is higher than our own. A relationship founded on God's guidance is not just about love. It is about purpose, growth, and spiritual partnership. It is about two people coming together to serve, to uplift, and to reflect God's love in a way that neither could do alone. When God introduces you to your soulmate, it is not just about romantic fulfillment, but about stepping into a new chapter of your journey that aligns with his divine plan. This introduction is sacred, intentional, and marked by his presence. It may not happen the way you expect, but when it does, it will be clear that his hand has been guiding you all along. When God introduces you to your soulmate, it is not just a moment of romance or excitement. It is a calling into a greater purpose. Well, many people believe that love is only about emotions, companionship, or physical attraction, But divine relationships go beyond these things. God does not bring two people together merely for personal happiness. He unites them for his mission, for spiritual growth, and for the fulfillment of his greater plan. A soulmate is not just someone you love, but someone who partners with you in faith, challenges you to grow, and supports your walk with God. One of the most significant ways God confirms a soulmate relationship is through spiritual alignment. This means that both individuals share a common faith, values, and vision for their lives. While differences in personality, background, or interest can exist, the foundation of their relationship is built on a shared commitment to God. This alignment is important because relationships are tested by challenges, temptations, and seasons of difficulty. If two people do not share the same spiritual foundation, they may struggle to stay united when life becomes challenging. God ensures that when he brings two people together, they are walking in the same direction spiritually. They encourage each other, pray for each other, and help each other stay strong in their faith. Another way God confirms a soulmate relationship is through divine peace. Unlike worldly relationships that often come with confusion, insecurity, or doubt, a relationship orchestrated by God carries a sense of deep assurance. There is no need to manipulate situations, force things to work, or compromise values just to make the relationship survive. When God is at the center, there is a natural flow, a sense of calmness, and a deep inner knowing that this person is meant to be in your life. This peace is not based on circumstances, but on the presence of God in the relationship. Even when difficulties arise, there is confidence in knowing that the relationship is built on something greater than emotions or personal desires. God also confirms a soulmate relationship through mutual growth. When he brings two people together, he does not expect them to remain the same. Instead, he uses the relationship as a tool for transformation. A soulmate is not someone who makes life easier, but someone who makes you better. They challenge you to overcome weaknesses, push you toward your purpose, and help you become more like Christ. This kind of growth is not always comfortable, but it is necessary for a strong and lasting relationship. God does not introduce someone into your life just to keep you comfortable. He introduces them to help you grow, mature, and reach the potential he has placed inside you. Another confirmation comes through wise counsel and affirmation from spiritual mentors. God often uses people in your life, pastors, family members, or trusted friends, to provide insight and wisdom about a relationship. While ultimate confirmation comes from God himself, he places people in your life to give guidance and perspective. When a relationship is from God, those who are spiritually mature often recognize it and affirm it. This does not mean that every person will agree. But if those who truly care about you and seek God's wisdom express concern, it is important to listen. God can use them to reveal things you may not see on your own. God also confirms a soulmate relationship by aligning circumstances in ways that cannot be explained by human effort. When a relationship is from him, doors open naturally, obstacles are removed, and things come together in ways that reveal his hand at work. This does not mean that the journey will be free of challenges, but it does mean that God will make a way where there seems to be none. Many times people try to force relationships that are not meant to be, leading to frustration and disappointment. But when God is writing the love story, he clears the path, provides opportunities for the relationship to grow, and aligns things in a way that makes it clear that he is the one orchestrating it. Lastly, God confirms a soulmate relationship by placing a sense of mission and purpose within it. A God-ordained relationship is never just about the couple. It is about what they can accomplish together for the kingdom. Whether it is serving in ministry, supporting each other's callings, or raising a family that honors God, a soulmate relationship has a bigger purpose than just personal fulfillment. God does not just unite two people for their own happiness. He brings them together so they can impact the world in a way that neither could alone. When a couple sees their relationship as part of God's plan, rather than just a personal desire, they understand that their love has a higher call. In the journey of life, finding a soulmate is not just about romance or companionship. It is about divine purpose, spiritual alignment, and walking together in faith. God introduces you to your soulmate not through coincidence, but through his perfect timing. preparation, and orchestration. He ensures that you meet the right person when you are both ready, often guiding you through personal growth, unexpected encounters, and even closed doors before leading you to the one he has chosen for you. When God brings two souls together, it is not just for personal happiness, but for a greater mission. A true soulmate strengthens your faith, challenges you to grow, and walks beside you in fulfilling God's plan for your life. Their presence brings peace, clarity, and confirmation from God, not confusion or doubt. The foundation of this relationship is built on trust, mutual growth, and a shared vision for serving God's purpose together. As you wait for God's timing, trust in His plan. Do not rush, settle, or force relationships that do not align with His will. Instead, focus on becoming the person He has called you to be, knowing that He is preparing someone who will walk with you in faith and love. When the time is right and the alignment is divine, you will recognize the hand of God bringing your paths together in a way that only He can. May you walk in faith, patience, and trust, knowing that God's plans for your love story are far greater than anything you could imagine. Stay strong, stay faithful, and believe that He is working behind the scenes for your good. Good luck on your journey to love, and may God bless you with a relationship that reflects His love, grace, and purpose. Thank you